Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Shiro Show.
Yeah,
How's
welcome.
Going? Dang, Dan
What's
is
up?
tall today.
Happy TGIF. Yeah,
Off
Dan
the
is
read.
huge.
After redo Dan, he like stood up a little bit. I was like, okay.
That's a huge Dan Trax.
Sorry, yeah, I did sit up. I sat up while I was
Huge
slouching
Thrax.
before the show.
It's a
There we
whole
go.
lot of
A
man
little bit more
Thrax
sized
there.
up there. Anyways,
Okay.
welcome
Yeah,
to the
there you
show,
go.
guys. We got a great show today. I am
Welcome.
Patrick Trey This is the Saturn Dave, and then Dan Thrax,
Saturday.
the shrinking man Thrax.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
And I am Random. I'm the background.
And Random is with us audio. Yeah.
And there's a random voice coming from the ether.
Random house audio.
Somewhere in South America.
The Game of Thrones by
We've
George
got,
R. R. Martin.
We got 22 folks in chat. We got Neil
and three of us
Henderson.
here on the couch.
Yeah, three of us
Two,
on the
which is great.
couch.
And one spirit blowing around there.
Well, technically, we got a fourth one on the couch.
Oh yeah, Sakura.
Right
Behind
behind
you.
me.
Here. Who's
Well,
first?
Well, I guess she's like behind the couch, I guess, kind of.
Yeah. She's
Oh yeah, we forgot
in the area
Sakura. Neil Henderson,
Oh,
Shiro, Lightning.
we all have Saturn merch on, or Shiro merch in some way or
Where's
another.
yours, Pat?
good.
What do you got? Oh, right, your hat. Okay, cool. Also, go Padres, man. I couldn't not,
Go Potties.
Yeah, thanks for sweeping the Guardians.
right?
Anyway, go for it,
say
Dave.
something
who's
about that.
joined us in chat?
Who's with us? Well, we got 31 now. Okay, so 31 likes, please, guys. Thumbs up.
30
Yeah.
likes, 30, 31, 30,
Neil
30,
Henderson
30.
is often
Vision.
first with the Sega. We got Shiro Lightning with Saturn. What is that, like Grease Lightning? But it's like Shiro Lightning, right? Wiener Bob. We got Dragons of Saturn, Captain Hawden, Analog Black Sheep, Nicholas Adams, Tales of Saturn, homebrew developer extraordinaire, right? Pudgy Bunny's with us, Slow Coin Double Dime, Destroy Bow, Paul Bort is here, Pierre Garo, Lee Toast with the most. Who else is with us here? Ray is here.
We got Pandemonium. And
Also,
Sega Steve.
Mr. Saturn Ring Library, Ray is here. We got. Who did you say? Is
Pandemonium's in the chat.
Okay.
Sega Steve's here.
I haven't
Bo's
gotten to him
here.
on the list. Sega Retrop View is here too. Shouts Captain Hawden, if I didn't already say him, and let's see who else. Nathan
Did you get Destroy
Anderson, I already
Ball?
said? Did I get?
Albert?
I did
Yeah, he
get
did.
Destroy Ball. And the Analog Gamer, Man of Stone.
25.
He's gonna. Yeah, we got. Who else? Cerulean is here, and
Cerulean.
PB Praga. PB Praga. Bo is here. Bo Bales. We got Albert AM25. What's up? Sega Steve's in the house.
Sega Steve.
Yeah, of course, Panda.
Steve's
Okay,
in the
I finally got to
house.
Panda on the list. We got Panda,
up.
we got Eric, we got David Zaney, Raiden. Who else? Malenko's here.
The
Lots of
great Malenko.
developers. Lots of patchers. The
Well,
great
thanks for
Malenko.
watching, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Goku. Yeah, and William Anderson and Martin is here too. So we got a bunch of people in the chat. Be sure to fill the chat with questions and
happiness.
whatnot, and we'll try to answer them throughout the show. We got a lot to cover though
And just
today.
inflate our
So.
ego as
Yeah.
much as possible if you can.
And if Wiener Bob wants to slip on the keyboard, that'll be funny. Just
I'd laugh a little bit.
Try to do that again.
He'll donate
Yeah, try
just
not to.
2,999 this time.
So, Pat,
Pat.
you had some adventures last week. Tell us about
That's
your
right.
pickups
A
at
little
the
bit.
Game On convention.
I got a couple pickups, as you could probably see.
I'm sad that I missed it.
Your jacket, one of them, your gold
Game On
jacket.
Expo is a really fun expo. Was really busy last week and wouldn't have been able to go, but I missed you, Pat, and I'm excited to hear about. You were boothing with Steve, right?
Yeah, Steve drove down from Seattle. I don't know if I can dox him or not, but I guess he's in Seattle. Spoilers. So he brought his booth and a lot of goodies for me. We actually did a trade. I traded a PVM for a couple things. So
Nice.
So yeah,
Cool.
it saved me room and gave him a nice PVM. And yeah, we were wheeling and I guess he was wheeling and dealing. I was helping him wheel and deal there.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess the first major things in the room is that so towards the end of the convention, I wasn't sure if I wanted to get the Sakura standee. I was like, I don't know, like, because I was kind of low on money from buying stuff from Steve Booth, because like 90% of my pickups are Steve Booth pickups.
Wait a
like,
second. You already have a Sakura standee, right?
I do. This is the second one I have.
Oh, a different one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had a standee of Sakura in her like battle uniform. I think it's from Sakura Wars 2, and it looks like the one he got is from 1, and she's wearing her like casual clothes.
Kimono, yeah, with the sword.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Looks really cool.
So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff that we got. Like I said, towards the end of the show, he was like willing to make a deal with me for that, so we worked out a deal for that and the jacket. So I have I picked up this nice gold Saturn. I think Dave's seen it before. I think it's been at PRG quite a bit.
Oh yeah, that one's awesome.
So yeah, the thing I like about this one is that it has the Saturn logo right there, but also on the back it has something pretty awesome.
Oh.
Wait, to your left.
Oh.
No.
You gotta like scoot over a little bit.
Retro Fighter. That's pretty cool.
Oh, there you go. Oh, wow. Wow, Bacha Fighter. That's amazing.
That's cool.
So I got those two for a good deal. That was like the last of the show, actually, funny enough. Shouts out Wiener Bob Budget Buttery. Having a bureau while watching Shiro.
Nice.
That sounds like a buttery to me.
Yeah, sounds pretty buttery. Thank you for the $4.99, Wiener Bob.
I wish I was having a beer while doing Shiro, but I'm not.
I mean, you could.
I could.
Be fun.
I gotta work out after this, so there's no way I could
on live TV.
Drink.
I've done it before.
I had a lot of good compliments on the jacket. People said I look like a drug dealer from the 80s.
You look sick.
I look
drug dealer.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think.
Funny.
I mean, you look a little Yakuza-ish, like out of the 80s. Like, yeah, you look like you're living large over there.
Exactly.
Awesome.
The thing I wanted, why this jacket though, is an F, and the thing is that everyone that wore like this jacket in the soccer one, it looked like they had like a kid's jacket on, but because these jackets were made for small Japanese men. But guess who has the same stature as a small Japanese man?
Pat.
Me. Finally being 5'6", 5'7" has finally paid off in my life. I can wear all the cool Japanese promo gear, and it actually looks like it fits on me. Like, unlike other stuff, like Steve, and like someone else wore like a really tall dude wore the sock horse jacket, like he had like a kid jacket on. It was really funny. But yeah, I can actually fit into these, and they fit pretty nicely. I believe I'm an F size. I think that's like the F is for the fat.
So you're a fun size, right?
I'm fun size. It's the fat
fun size
equivalent for the Japanese, but it's Pat size, cocaine Pat. Funny. Yeah, but I'm very happy for
P size.
P size. I got a little
Actually,
badge.
wait, isn't fat in Japanese futo? Or yeah, so it could be F.
Yeah, I am definitely futo.
You're fun
fat
size.
boy.
You're fun size. Pat.
Fat boy slim is what I am.
You work out more than Dan and I combined, right? You lift the weights and everything. I've been actually trying to work out.
Considering I have not worked out in a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I actually worked out overtime this week because I walked around all day and stood on Sunday. Monday I did my arm set, my core. Wednesday I did mega legs, and my legs are completely dead and very sore right now, like incredibly. And then today I'm going to do mega workout. Like I'm going to do a bunch of weightlifting today, so for arms again. So 4 workout days in a row, baby. It's gonna be a ton of fun. My arms are falling off right now.
Oh, happy birthday, by the way, Pat.
Oh, thank you.
Can we say that? Can we say happy birthday to Pat? Yeah.
Happy birthday to Pat. Happy birthday, dear
Patty
Pat.
Cakes.
Don't get arrested for selling crack.
That's just mean.
Don't get arrested for selling crack. No, but that's great, and you're inspiring me to work out too, Pat. I've been actually getting onto the trail, riding bike,
I'm happy
running,
for you, man.
Doing this and that, mostly cardio stuff, but some weight, some strength training too. So
I've just been working out my lip muscles, practicing trumpet. So trying to get my lips back into shape.
Yeah.
Trying to get that ska band put together, Dan.
No, right? I played trumpet in church.
You know you want to do a cover of Super Rad. We'll get some drums and guitar.
If trumpets were used in like EDM, then I'd totally be down.
In EDM, nice.
Dave, we have to start a ska band. We'll do covers from Aquabats, Less Than Jake.
I can see it. Honestly, I could see a lot of the Saturn tunes. Like the Daytona soundtrack done in ska. Whatever.
Well, anyway, so do you have any other pickups to tell us about Pat?
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is I know is that Dan knows nothing. Just joking.
Oh.
That's a Panda knows what that reference is for. It's an Operation
I don't
Ivy
know anything about
song.
ska,
All
so
I
you're
know
totally
is that I
over
don't
my head on that one.
know. All I know
Bo
is that I
says
don't
Samba de
know
Amigo
nothing.
introduced him to ska, and it changed his life.
Exactly.
So there you go.
Wow.
Changed my
Miracles
life.
can happen. So what else did you pick up, Pat? I actually had a pickup that I remembered about, but I'll wait until you're done.
Right. So besides the awesome jacket and the Sakura standee, I did a trade for the PVM. And I got 3 rare ass games for it. I got Cotton 2.
Okay.
Complete
Wow.
with the disc. I got Bulk Slash. It's
Nice.
the manual stuck there.
Jeez.
And the big
Heavy
one,
hitters.
the big one, Cotton Boomerang.
Wow.
Really? Wow.
That's,
So, yeah.
that's pretty crazy. That must have been a good PVM you traded.
Yeah, it was a it was the 20M2MD. I think Dave remembers. It's the one on top of there on the big thing on the top of my thing. There was like the thing.
That's not the one with audio issues, right? That was like your top end one before you got the BVM, right?
Yeah, no, that one's fine. This was an extra I got from a medical recycling center. It was like on the top of my giant cabinet thing. It was just hovering in the air. I didn't use it much, and I have like 6 of them, so I don't need like 6 of them. So
was that an Olympus or was it a Sony?
Olympus.
It was Olympus. Okay. Well, I mean, it's a good deal for both of you guys. You know, if I mean, that's a good monitor.
Brand.
So good brand. Yeah. So honestly, as long as you're both happy,
Owners Club,
Oh, I'm happy. I got,
is it a secret how much you got that standee for, or you don't have to tell if you.
He did the jacket and the standee for, I think it was 500.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
That's actually really good. Wow.
Yeah, kind of sick deal.
Yeah, that is a sick deal. Well, leave it to Steve.
But yeah, no, thank you again, Steve. Much love. I'm glad I got the standee and the jacket. I'm gonna be wearing this jacket to a lot of cons. I guess I mostly would have kept the P. Yeah, Zed, I have like 6 of them. Dave knows how many of these I have, so I am not gonna be missing it.
He's not missing it at all.
I'm not. I got like a BVM right next to me. He's
got one specifically for his Laserdisc player, one specifically.
Yeah,
for...
I ain't missing that. I ain't missing it. Yeah, no, that was a. I think I'm down to. Oh no, do I still have one?
Pat, so
two,
Pat, you got
three,
Phone Dork's
4.
BVM, right? You got Phone Dork's BVM. Yeah, so like you're sitting on top of the world in terms of display. I don't think you needed that one. But
I'm good on that.
That's awesome. I was wondering, did folks dig the Sega Prologue setup, like that huge tower?
Yeah, and a lot of people come over, asked if it was for sale, but he said no, of course. But we had it going. It's a lot of karaoke. Got some tunes going. We couldn't do the microphone because the feedback was like horrendous and was murdering the ears of everybody in the booths next to us. So we couldn't do the mics, unfortunately. But we got most of it working. So we got it playing. We just did like karaoke without the mic. So.
And I saw that he had it plugged into the. Was it that PVM or a different CRT?
It was a 14-incher.
Oh, okay, it was 14. That's cool.
He just had a small 14-incher. He sold that one too. He sold like 2 to 8 inches and another 14-incher, and he kept the 20.
Nice.
So he made good on that 14-incher. He sold that for $650. That was that was super good deal. So he made back that PVM tenfold. So
excellent.
And he also got me 3 other. I also got 3 other things from him. Actually, I think 4 other things from him. No, 5. I got a Red Label game. No Nomura Bion no Itobito. Red Label game. I actually kind of been trying to get the Red Label games, and this one's Super Real Mahjong PV.
Perv.
Yeah, the Perv edition. So. And then he actually got me something that actually helped me complete my Imaginary Ray Earth collection copy. He got me a manual with the stickers for Imaginary Ray Earth. So I actually have a complete sticker for Imaginary Ray Earth now. So
that's cool.
That's fantastic.
So I now have a complete copy because the other one didn't have the stickers, but this one does. So thank you, Steve, again. Patrick,
you could probably sell the other one. You could probably still sell the other one for pretty, few dollars there on eBay. I'm sure somebody's looking to complete their copy with like a manual. So
Yeah, I'll probably do that. So that works. And then
that's awesome. So yeah, I'm sorry that I missed being able to go to that show, but it was a lot of fun. And John's a great guy too. He's always willing to like accommodate you, like he did last year.
I actually did not see John at all.
Oh really? Yeah, because he's so busy. He's always
I literally didn't see him like once in that con. Usually I see him like a few times. I didn't see him once at that con. He was busy.
Was Corlick there?
Huh?
Was Corlick there?
No, he didn't go this year. He was at he was at Retro Midwest. But yeah, and then
which happened the same weekend.
Exactly. So he went up there. Hopefully next year. But also Steve gave me a promo thing for Soccer Wars 2 with VHS. Like he told me not to hold up the VHS, but this is like I guess it's like either a promo pack or it's like a special edition thing, but it's a VHS of Soccer Wars, huh?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it comes with it's like a tote bag, like a poster for Soccer Wars 2, and then a flyer for stuff on sale. So
wow, that's pretty awesome.
So nice. You got that. And then
I got a whole
Soccer Wars fan pack.
Soccer Wars little like corner of the room. You can build a shrine to Sakura.
Pretty much at this point. Yeah, it is definitely a peak VHS.
Some candles, just don't burn anything down.
and then Steve finally gave me this cool poster of Sakura from Soccer Wars.
Oh wow, nice.
He's hooking me up for all the good stuff. And then I think the last things I bought, rush through it real quick, is I got 2 VHSs I got on stream, which was nuts. I got Soccer Wars and City Hunters, both sealed.
Yeah. So, you did buy that on the show last week.
So that was kind of funny that I got found both of those at the con and was able to pick them up. So shouts out. Actually, I don't know. Nice. Is this like I think this is the first because it's the OVA. I think I don't know how many of them are on there. The Soccer Wars, if it's just the movie or not, or just the OVA. I have no idea. But have those. And then I got Batinkaitis for $25. I'm surprised I found this for that cheap.
Wow, for $25?
Yeah,
it's like a $60 game.
That's
a lot of money.
Yeah, I have no.
That's a good game too.
I have no idea. Huh? Sorry.
I was just saying it's an underrated game, or I don't know if it's underrated, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah,
it's
a
really good one.
It was kind of nuts.
Is it in good condition? Like, is the disc scratched or anything like that?
Looks like there's slight scratches on the disc a little bit. I haven't tried them out though, but it's just one of the discs. But yeah, honestly, the price on Batinkaitis has dropped like a ton though.
Oh, has it really?
Okay. He didn't say there was any issues with it, so I assume it was fine. Usually,
I guess I'm not in the loop when it comes to GameCube stuff, but I just remembered that it was like kind of a pricey title.
Yeah.
But it's funny how that stuff goes in and out. The same thing could be said for Saturn stuff. Like some certain games that were really expensive 5 years ago are not nearly as much, and then other games have shot up. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think. I think what I've seen from people is that I think it went down a lot because they had a re-release on Switch. So like the prices dropped down pretty dramatically on it.
Yeah, there's a different way to play it because it was like a total GameCube exclusive for a long time.
Yeah, right, so either way, I was happy because I actually don't. That's one of the GameCube games I don't own is Batinkaitis, so I'm excited to try that one out. I'm gonna try the disc on a physical one. I have the ODE, the what is it called? The GC loader. Well, I'll try it out physically and see how it goes.
Okay.
I also got this little thing for this new game from the guys that did the PC Engine. I forgot what it was. The PC something Yuki or something. Oh, FX Unit Yuki. They're doing a new game called Nyanja, which is like a Ninja Cats, like a Puzzle Bobble-esque game. They gave me this. I demoed their game out. They're always cool. It's like the Saru Project. I think it's the name of the company. But yeah, they're really cool dudes. They sat with us. You remember they're like right next to us. We played their game on the PC. The dudes that do the FX Unit Yuki. There, so I have that. So they gave me this really cool thing and talked to the dude, hung out. He actually went to G to the Next Levels panel at the con. So we were there, hung out with him a little bit.
Nice. Was that the growing up Sega that G did? The same? Was it the same?
It was pretty much the same. Minus there was like some small changes, but it pretty much was the same one.
Because I know he takes that on a circuit, to a lot of the different cons. So,
yeah,
but that's cool. It was a good one.
Yeah, so it was an interesting con. Also, this is not from the con, but my sister got this for my birthday as a Detective Conan versus Lupin the Third. I know people are big
nice,
big Lupins. I'm a big
Blu-ray.
Detective Conan fan, so happy to get that one. That was the one. That was the one special I actually did not have. So, PC Engine Works. That's what it was. Yo, I was off of loot. I'm sorry. You good? You good? Paul, you good? But yeah, no. But it was a good con. I met pretty much a couple. I met the usual gang. I met I saw Reggie there walking around. I saw John. We said hi to each other, chat a little bit. And then I did see a couple new faces. There was this guy named Mort's Garage or something like that. Just like a bunch of like retro. He like does a bunch of N64 videos. He needed to borrow the PVM for Steve because he was doing like a video thing where it's like, oh, there's a secret N64 competition there that they're doing, and it's like it was like some storyline thing or whatever. So he had to borrow my or Steve's PVM for the thing. So it's gonna be in his upcoming video whenever that drops. So I had to go set that up for him, everything. So that was kind of funny. One last hurrah with the PVM.
Nice.
But yeah,
cool.
Besides that, that's about it. Goku said E3. Yeah, Goku said E3 Expo podcast special. We did that. We did that in the 18. Goku. Just type out Sega Saturn E3. We did a whole video on that. So check that out, Goku. But yeah, no, it was a lot. But yeah, it was a good con. Really enjoyed it. Hopefully we can get y'all guys out next year, or we can go to like a SoCal. I know they're doing SoCal soon, so maybe Dave, we can hit that one up. And I think it's in Ontario. No, it's in Pasadena. So
Pasadena now that it changed ownership. Yeah, it used to be in Ontario.
But yeah, if you want to make the drive out, we can always meet there.
Yeah. It all just depends on where it falls on the work timeline for me, and now that the kids being so busy. But yeah, I'll try to make one happen. Next year, at least one.
Yeah, we need to figure something out for a con. I'd like to do one that we haven't done, like Retropalooza or something, but I know it's kind of hard in some aspects. Yeah. But I'd be down to do like a new one that we haven't done. That'd be kind of neat.
Come to the Cleveland Gaming Expo.
The Cleveland Gaming Expo. You'd be there.
Yeah, I haven't gone to it, but
I'm not gonna rule it out.
Dan's like, the other show's like, actually, I don't want to go. It's like, Dan, you bastard.
Is Cleveland from Family Guy hosting a gaming expo?
I've wanted to go to the Midwest Gaming Classic. That one is like, there's a bunch of people over in that area that I'd like to see. I think it would be fun.
That'd be fun. Or you guys come to Long Island. Long Island would be fun.
Are we gonna switch up? Oh, Long Island Retro. I'm just curious. Are we? We have a lot of news to cover, right? So you want to get into that?
We probably should. Sorry, I had a lot of pickups and stuff.
It's okay. It's okay.
Game on.
Yeah,
a lot of shit.
Not to worry.
Go. Let me just open up the web browser. It's one of these browsers somewhere. Okay. I'll have to go check that. I know we have the browser that's behind. I should really organize these better. I'm just a really browser 2. Okay, I think I just have to. There we go. Why does it not say you guys? It's weird.
I'm gonna use my magical background guy powers to. There we go.
Let's fix this a little bit, Druid. There we go. So let's Oh, I have a lot of tabs open. I gotta fix that.
It's time for the news.
Yep, time for the news. Alrighty, let's
yeah, you're not kidding.
Holy crap.
Holy crap.
Have a lot
Saturn
of news.
Rings. Did we do Saturn Rings Public Library? Did we cover that one?
Let's just
Saturn Library released to the public is the first one, yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, so Saturn Rings Public release. Saturn Rings Library released to public. So this one was developed by Raimi, who was behind the famous the shoot 'em up. I forgot the name of it, but he did a famous shoot 'em up.
Sky Blaster.
There we go.
Because Random did the music for it too.
And Random for that.
This is fantastic. This is basically a wrapper for SGL, written in C++23. It gives developers like easy tools, an easy tool chain to be able to develop for Saturn, and it also incorporates Saturn Math, which was written by he goes by Bobby, I think. Yeah, Robert Duarte. He just goes by Bobby. Yeah, and I mean,
Bobby-o.
like, so this not only is that math engine like very straightforward and I guess more efficient, for fixed point numbers at compile time, but this also it just is going to make Saturn development, I think, a lot easier for folks. Folks like Emerald have already got stuff running on it.
He's been making his homebrew game
Senryu, yeah,
with SRL.
Senryu.
And so this has been an entry. This is a tool entry in the competition as well. So that's awesome. I mean, this is a pretty profound entry because folks who have been developing, like Trekkies have mentioned, having to work with like old Macintosh emulation and stuff for certain tools or certain parts of the tool chain. You've got things like YAL, which by itself is kind of a little rough around the edges. Emerald was saying, it's like if you're really good, you can like work with it, but I mean, getting a lot out of it easily is not necessarily easy. So a lot of folks would just stick with Joe Engine because that's kind of like a good point of entry. But again, Joe Engine has its limitations. I think this is just really gonna help folks get to that next level. Is the idea, get to the next level in terms of being able to push Saturn and do some cool stuff.
Welcome to the next level.
I was gonna make that joke.
Yeah, right? It's exciting.
Damn you, Random. That was my joke. You stole it. I only have limited input in the show, and you stole my joke. How dare you? No, it's all Gucci.
All right, I'll just mute myself.
There's a quote here from
library is kind of taking a step toward getting that like a SGDK that Genesis developers have. It's still not as easy as SGDK, but it's like I said, it's a step in the right direction. It does simplify a lot of things, and I mean, like I put in my story here that I wrote on the website for this. I was able to get it up and running and able to compile one of the demos in just a couple of minutes. It was very easy, worked good for me. So yeah, now when I took one of those demos and I tried to like put a sprite that I had drawn in MS Paint in there instead of like a sprite that I already had, it did try to do it, but it did not take the palette from that sprite. It was still using the palette of the sprite I had to replace it with. And I'm like, oh, I guess that makes sense, but I don't know how to change the palette now. And I'm like sitting there trying to look
you
it
gotta
up.
go to Palette Town to get that fixed.
Yeah.
Palette Town.
I
know, right?
Anyway,
but
I'm still not smart
enough
to use this, but I'm sure it's much easier for people who know what they're doing.
Don't worry, Dan, we still love you.
This is just the first release of it. There's the GitHub. There's a GitHub available. Yeah. And there is potential to incorporate and embed more other libraries like Saturn Math. I think that am I correct in understanding that was it Ray said that Seven Shades was kind of helping with this or like working with it in some way, providing some kind of support.
Yeah, both him, Seven Shades, Roberto Durante, Will, Nemesis Saturn, and J686, and I guess Emerald Nova also did some stuff with it as well.
Gave a lot of feedback. Yeah.
Well, you guys, excuse me, you guys were saying like you didn't remember what Ray said about SRL, right? Well, how about you ask the man himself? He's right here. How you doing, Ray?
Hello.
Hey,
Hi, Ray.
Got it from
Would you care to give us some
horse's
commentary regarding this release?
Yeah, Seven Shades was helping with the VTP2 stuff since he knows the most about that from what I know.
He does work magic with CubeCat.
Yeah. Danny is the one behind the math library. So he's working on that, constantly making improvements. We also did a bunch of bug fixes for Emerald Nova since he started really using it.
Yeah.
So another bug fix is actually scheduled for tomorrow. So
nice.
There are lots of things to do.
So
I'm gonna have to poke around with it some more and try to make something. You put it out just a couple weeks before the less than 2 weeks before the deadline for the competition, so I couldn't really dig in and use it to make anything, but maybe for next year that'd be cool.
Yeah, I did not know whether I will have any time to work on it, so I put it out at the time I was sure it was at most stable.
Yeah.
But with the latest version now, it's even more stable. There were many fixes, memory corruption stuff, and some fixes that not even Joe Engine has yet.
Nice.
Incorporated to even improve the stability of the whole thing.
So if somebody with no, all due respect to Johannes Fetz and Joe Engine for the years that it's been available, I'm just curious, like if somebody was dipping their toe into Saturn development right now, just from a starting point, would it make more sense to start with Saturn Ring Library then? I
say
just
it
your
depends.
personal opinion. It depends.
Yeah,
what do you think it depends on?
Well, basically, it depends whether you are more how it's in English. Whether you are more comfortable with C++ or with C. Depends on that, because those two differ a bit. You can use C code in C++, but then it becomes a bit chunky to use. So it really depends what you prefer more. I would say if you have absolutely no coding experience, then it's 50-50. If you have C coding experience, then it's probably better to start with Joe. If you have C++ coding experience, it's probably better to go with SRL at that point.
Yeah, I took a couple C++ classes way back in the day in college, so that's what I have a little bit of a knowledge.
Just remember, kids, make sure you take out your garbage with C++. It ain't Java that does it for you. So
Dan, were you like a garbage collection major in college?
No,
especially on Saturn. Especially on Saturn, if you write to some memory somewhere else, you won't get any error. It will just write to that and probably crash or corrupt something. You don't know. It's like a small surprise.
Yeah, so
always
do not
take out the trash and
take out the trash, boys.
Well, do you think that Ray? Do you think that this Saturn Rings library has potential to push, I don't know, graphics and processing power, like with the twin CPUs, farther than Joe Engine does, like from any kind of like I don't know, for somebody who gets into it and is coding on it for about a year or two? Do you think that there's more potential with the Saturn Ring library? I'm just trying to understand, aside from it being C++, if it offers just more open, potential.
I mean, it's possible. It still depends on the developer whether they can use the second CPU, because Saturn is a bit complicated in that regard, that there are some limitations. You cannot do some things when you are doing some other things. So it still depends heavily on the developer. With Joe Engine, you can run functions on the second CPU, and with SRL, you can do the same. We just provide a bit easier wrapper around that.
Because Emerald said in this quote that Joe Engine is great, but the sound is broken and the 3D just isn't there. What does he mean by the 3D isn't there? Because we've seen folks do 3D with Joe Engine.
He probably means that when you want to do something more advanced, you actually start going around Joe Engine at some point.
Like going off on your own and kind of like Seven Shades did, just writing your own pipeline.
Joe Engine has lots of functions for 3D, but it doesn't wrap everything. It also needs to omit some things because it wants to do its own stuff. Because it's basically an engine. You use whatever tools Johannes provides.
Okay,
I gotcha.
But with SRL, I really wanted to aim just provide a wrapper for the thing. Try to obfuscate as little as possible, but make it as simple as possible. So something like a middle ground for the usage.
Nice. Cool. Well, thank you so much for this tool, providing this to the community. I'm sure that it's we're going to see it get used a lot, and I'm excited to see what people make with it.
Sam, I'm super excited.
I hope I can make even more samples. I hope I can make even more samples. So as Dantrak said about the color palettes and stuff like that, because SRL was basically made within a year and a quarter, probably.
Right.
So,
I know your primary, thought process was to just get it working and not make samples for people. So,
right.
Well, we use the samples to verify whether it works or not. So, the more samples we have, the more we can verify whether things work together or not.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
When you, yeah.
Do you have any interest in like working to, let's say hypothetically, let's just dream a little and say, would you be interested in implementing support for the SESP?
Well, currently I'm just using the Sega's own sound driver, which actually is not that bad. It supports lots of things. What is bad about it is the lack of documentation.
Yeah.
Or documentation being wrong or lack of samples. So many things I scrounged up were from SX forums, people talking about it. Or
I remember chatting with BBT about that. I still cannot fully grasp how to get the tools working.
And that also goes with the GeoEngine, the sound being wrong, as Emerald said. The GeoEngine has an issue with the pitch control in the PCM. I know how to fix it, so I might do a pull request for GeoEngine in the future to fix it there.
Now, one curiosity that I had is that you were able to incorporate the Saturn math library into this wrapper, like a native part of it. Would it be possible to incorporate Pone sound from Ponut as a sound driver?
Yeah. Emerald raised a request to do that.
Okay.
We already, at the point we were making Utenia, we already made like a C++ wrapper for Pone sound. But because we had issues in Utenia, as you remember, we barely got it working before the deadline.
I've been there.
It was never like fully tested or incorporated, so that there's a request for that, and it will be done in the future.
Okay. Good.
So I'll just keep my eyes on the GitHub and see as requests get.
Well,
keep an eye
thank
out.
you for talking to us a little bit about Saturn Ring Library, and we'll keep an eye out for your future updates.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And thanks, Dan, for writing the article.
Yep. So next up, moving along, we have another Under the Microscope from Bo
Shockwave
Bale.
Assault.
Shockwave Assault.
Shock.
Take it, one of you guys.
All right.
Okay.
Pat.
The 3DO game Shockwave reported to the PlayStation in 1995 and the Saturn in 96. Wait, was it originally on? Oh, it was on 3D. I was like, where's it originally on? Sorry, Patrick's being a bit silly today. On those systems, it released as Shockwave Assault. So, but another one on the 3DO, which is Shockwave. I guess maybe the name wasn't as catchy for the PlayStation Saturn people.
No, they kind of did that. They did that with the 3DO games. They would port them and then kind of enhance them a little bit and then add something onto the title. Like, There are other examples, but that was a thing they did.
Yeah, it was. They made it good edition when they ported it to other systems.
Made it good.
The good edition. No,
that's debatable.
Yeah. So Game FAQ lists some cheat codes for the 3D and PlayStation, but none for Saturn. So of course, Bo had to check out and see for sure if there was cheat codes on there, which he indeed found some. I believe so.
Yep, he did.
All right, so the game FAQ says the game needs to be paused for the cheats to work. So let's start there. So we checked out the addresses, and we won't go into the nitty gritty of it. But when he basically, the long and short of it is that if you press some buttons in the right order, a counter will increment, and when that counter reaches 10, a sound effect plays, and the flag gets set. So speeds of buttons is left up, X up, right, Y, C, left, up, and B. And if that's entered, you unpause and pause again. Then you can press R and A to jump forward one mission. So pretty crude mission skip, and then LA to switch between Earth and Mars missions. So kind of cool. So I mean, while there isn't a lot, I mean, at least there's something. It probably was probably mostly just debugging stuff. They probably didn't have something like, oh, give you infinite ammo or make you godlike. So
yeah, you probably unfortunately did not find anything like that. But hey, you found something that we didn't know about before.
Something's better than nothing, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So thank you, Bo.
Thank you, Bo, for that. And if you guys want to try that out, you can. I don't think you need to do any special things. You just go launch a copy of Shockwave Assault, and
do the cheat code.
Do it. Do the macaroni. Do the mashed potato. Whatever.
we gotta like hit the 2x speed button, guys, because we've got so much to get through. I was just scrolling our list. Next up is a new homebrew game, Micromotor Mayhem.
Yes, Micromotor Mayhem. A new game, new homebrew game from Jay Beretta, who is known for last year's Sega Extreme Game Contest original game winner Cold Case.
Good stuff.
His new creation this year is a Micro Machines sort of game. Like these types of games are particularly beloved in Great Britain and Europe, where they you're kind of like in a top-down view and racing your cars around a little track. But Jay Beretta here kind of did a 3D implementation on the Saturn, and you even have different camera angles where you don't have to necessarily be the bird's eye view above your cars. You can be like right behind the cars, which I found to be easier to play when I was checking this game out. But yeah, this is a really fun game.
It's really fun.
I liked it a lot. He is still kind of bug fixing it a little bit. Sometimes you can kind of get stuck. When I wrote this story last week, there was music just on the title screen, and for 2 of the 5 areas that the tracks can be in, there are 14 different tracks. And so some of them are on like in the same area. Like there's an area where you're on like a picnic table. There's a bunch of Cheerios. They're making the track. There's another area where you're sort of like on a workbench or something, and there's tools like hammers and stuff like that strewn around, and kind
of reminds you of Toy Racer or Toy Commander, if you will.
Yeah. So it's really cool and creative, the environments he's got. So he only had music for 2 of those areas. I believe he has since updated to now have music in every track. So that's cool. And I think he's kind of helped done something about some of the bugs that were happening too, where you kind of get stuck. If you do get stuck, you can just pause it and to like restart the race. There's an option, so you're not like just totally hosed. But this game also has a 2-player mode, which is super cool. And you can just do like time attack, practice, or do a single race, or you can just kind of keep playing endlessly all the tracks against several computer opponents, 3 other computers. So lots of different modes. This is like a fully featured game, basically. The only thing it's missing is online play.
Hey, you never know.
Let's do it.
Version 2.0.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it definitely reminds me of the Micro Machines games by Codemasters. But this is the drifting in this is really fun. Like the car physics, I was surprised that's the part that I thought would be like really difficult, because you can make the models and the environments, but like getting the car physics right, he did it. It feels really good, like drifting around corners in these little cars. It's lots of fun.
There's lots of different cars you can race as too. Screenshots of each one. And
I think I might play this on the stream tonight. Actually, this one looks really, really fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Good. Yeah, it's good.
I might try that. So, I'm excited. This looks a lot of fun.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good favorite.
Yeah, I like the Toy Commander and the Toy Racer vibes to it, so I'm down.
Well, thank you for making this game, Jay Beretta. Congrats on making something so cool. He did enter it into the Sega Extreme competition, so this will be one of the things that you guys will be judging among all the other entries.
Exactly.
So,
well, if it plays as well as it looks, then it's definitely going to get high praise from me. That's for sure.
You can download this on Sega Extreme. There's a resources page where you can go find it and get it under the Saturn games. So definitely do that.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Next up is English translation patch released for Capcom versus SNK 2 on the Sega Dreamcast by our buddy Derek Pascarella A-Team.
Yeah, take it away, Dave.
Exactly. Yeah, sure. Well, Pat loves this game, so I don't know.
Okay.
You want to have
about
it, Pat? You want to take it? You go ahead.
Yeah. So about a year ago, I think Derek was telling me about that. He wanted to do this, the Capcom vs. SNK 2 English translation of it. It basically, he started as a simple, can I port over the PS2 assets and turn to a full-blown patch?
Yeah.
So first, there was never a Western localization that ever saw the 5,100 post-win quotes fully translated. Instead, we got 7 of the original text, but the heavy watered down. After the match is over, piece dialogue is heavily emphasized in who is speaking, the defeat opponent. So basically, we got the long and short of it is that we got nerfed. We got like a fraction of what the Japanese players got for their copy of Capcom vs. SNK 2, which I guess is understandable since, a lot of people are just in it for the, the fighting game, because even with the shortened text, not a lot of people really minded because it was Capcom vs. SNK 2. It was a fun game. It's still an amazing game despite all those shortcomings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so in addition to the translation, based on the PS2 release, it includes a special move command list as well as a in-game cutscene text. And however, all the text that has been fixed, cleaned up, and even rechanged in numerous cases. So a lot of really good work.
They did a lot of work on this, yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot of work, but he basically, while he didn't want to disparage the people, it was just poor translation. But I'm glad that he fixed it up. And apparently that wasn't it either. Basically, because of the now defunct network mode, they replaced it with a bonus mode. This brand new feature serves up some pretty cool content, like 100% unlock save, English subtitled Japanese TV commercial. And I think one that's really cool is a collection of interviews from October 15th, 2001. Another player guide translated by Benjamin Rodberg, featuring the producers, graphic artists, sound engineers, and programmers. So as a lot of people know, this game was online, but because it was dedicated servers, those are like long down. So, and I don't think there's any reasonable way to implement the network mode to bring that back to its full glory. But honestly, you can play it right now on all so many other platforms online, like the Switch with the Capcom vs. SNK collection, I believe, right, or the Capcom Collection 2, I believe, right. It has
one of the two, yeah.
Yeah, so it has both of those. So I don't want to say that, it doesn't really matter, but like you guys can play it now. So I'm happy people are able to play that. The one game I really hope they bring back that I don't know if they're gonna ever be able to is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Heritage for the Future, because that's a big one I'd love to get more back in line with net play. But right now the best we got is Power Stone 1 and 2 in the Capcom vs. SNK collection. So at least we could play those in English and translated, and online. So there's options for that in case you guys want to relive the online experience. And then if you want to, so thank you again, Derek, for doing this. If you guys want to contribute to his ongoing patch effort, you can go to dreamcastforever.com and click on contact and go to the donation link and throw him a couple bucks for his for the translation. He's working on the translations, and he's always working on cool new ones. He did Nakaruru, of course. He did the Soccer Wars columns, and I think he's got some other ones at the pipeline that I'm excited to see him finish up on.
Nice.
So
nice.
Oh yeah, the Love Hina one he's working on. I forgot about that. So that's hopefully that'll come soon. I love Hina, so hopefully we can see that soon. But thank you again, Derek. Always love he does
great job, Derek.
Yeah, I always love he takes the I need a break patches where it's like I need a break from patching, so I'll patch something else that's a little bit less intensive. So thank you again, Derek. That's awesome work.
Definitely.
Patching when he's not patching.
Patching.
So next we've got a hashtag Best of Saturn feature from Peter Malik, and it is about a very obscure Saturn game called Message Navi Volume 2.
This one was interesting.
Mind if I take this one?
Sure.
Oh yeah, go right ahead.
So online dating on the Saturn, sort of. In 1998, Sims and Dreamcube released a second Message Navi game. There was a first one, game in quotes, in Japan, and this is basically like a catalog of, it's kind of like
in your area,
Tinder or something like that. But it's like
Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Yeah.
There should be a Japanese homebrew developer should do like a
you
where are they
literally can't
now?
have sex. You can't have sex on Nintendo. But
Try to
I
get
know
in
one
touch with all
console
these
you
people.
can.
Put out a new game called like Message 3. Where are they now? You know, and I'm like, I'm sure some of these people may not be with us. Well, it's only been like 30 years, but
they're like their 20s and 30s. So
I think Sims published this, but it was actually GameCube that developed this, and they actually did another game for Saturn called Wizards Harmony. Which was released on like PlayStation, Saturn, a couple other things. So yeah, but this was Sims published. And basically the disc had a catalog of more than 1,000 real-life singles in Japan, complete with bios and stats, who today would be in their late 40s or 50s. Okay, I mean, I guess so. Late 40s or 50s, augmented by a cosplay section, tour of the Sega Joypolis, and other curiosities. The game, again in quotes, was very cheap upon release, coming in at about the same price as the Satakore budget line of titles. Absolutely a product of its place and time. It serves as an example of how the Saturn was a cultural staple in Japan in contrast to its perception in the West. And it's true, like they used, you know, they had like home tour simulators in Japan, like with Eiffel Home and Heimwaltz, and they had like, you know, game
Steve
show.
actually had both those at the booth too.
You know, the yakisoba game, you know, where you're delivering yakisoba.
Delisoba Deluxe.
Delisoba Deluxe, you know. A game that was literally made just so that it could be played on a game show, right? You know, and the ebook readers, of course, you know, and the karaoke discs and stuff like that. You know, Saturn was it was a staple machine, you know, that a lot of people used. Very popular in Japan. So it's kind of funny. You'd have like little recordings of, you know, the people's voices, and then you'd have like a bio, and you could say you like them or you don't like. I mean, basically you're upvoting or downvoting, you know. So then they would. It's kind of crazy. Again, this is just begging to be updated in a homebrew, Japanese homebrew release.
Yeah, honestly speaking, the good thing about this game is that if you're back in the day doing you know, Saturn collecting in Japan, you had a good dating sim. Or a dating sim, an actual real life dating sim possibility, a dating sim game. Right. Nowadays, if you're retro hunting, all I can say is let's go cougar hunting, boys. Let's do it.
So all right, Dan, you take the next one. Hang out community challenge.
So yeah, if you guys, I do want to check this one out and do some research. That seems really cool.
Okay, you should. So Double Dime,
I'll give them a call.
One of our
like
newest members of Shiro wrote this one. He, of course, is one of the people in charge of our bi-monthly community challenge events, and he wrote a little wrap up on our most recent one, which ended with April 1st, and that was for Hang On GP. And so he said that after a total of 155 submissions, nobody is left in doubt who the leader of the pack is. Crash, with his trusty arcade racer wheel, smashed the entire competition with significant leading times in almost every category. His overall total time of 16 minutes, 2 seconds, and 380 milliseconds beat out Pandemonium for the top spot by a whopping 41.5 seconds. Holy cats.
Yeah. Ironically, Crash did not live up to his name.
Yeah, he didn't crash.
He never crashes.
True. The only other participant taking home a prize in the hardware-only category is Double Dime himself, who managed to steal a victory from Crash by a mere 670 milliseconds on the last weekly challenge at New Long Dwells. Right at the end of the challenge, Sam also joined the emulation category to give Random some company. Random managed to win. Congrats, Random. With your time of 8 minutes, 11 seconds for the first 3 courses, Sam came in second with 9 minutes even. All winners will receive a custom patch designed by Saturn Dave. Sega Dave.
Mega Sega Dave. Yay.
I'm branching out.
And that you can see what the name of you can see what the patch looks like in the banner at the top of this article. And it is being embroidered by Moose, as he embroiders all of Moose Track always does all of the patches. So thank you to Moose, and thank you to Dave, Saturn Dave, for designing the patch. Crash will also receive an additional special coffee mug prize for coming in first place. So congrats to him for that.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, what's with the coffee mug discussion?
I'm working on that.
Yeah, that should be good. Fart Daily.
Double Dime is watching. I promise. Double Dime. I'm working on it.
You almost were like, oh no, are we doing this? We're like, yes, we already promised that we're doing the mug. We have to do the mug.
And I'll do the joke. Right. I will do the pun as well. He caught me at a really busy time at work. But no, I got it. I got you.
Fart Daily is also going to get a bonus patch that says "Hang on, Helper" for figuring out how to perform a wheelie boost start, which doesn't seem to be known anywhere online, and sharing the information with the community instead of hoarding it for himself in his own game. By the way, if you are listening or watching, to do the wheelie boost start in Hang On GP, hold down the gas immediately at the start when like the track is loading up, and then release it right before the first light appears. So there you go, and then
sounds like a good.
The meter will like come down to like right at the correct spot, so that when it actually lets you go, you're right at the spot where it wants you to be to do the wheelie start. So
that was like a Good Samaritan award.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So are we gonna have that as like? I wonder if we're gonna have that going forward, like as the the most helpful person.
Yeah, no, not
that's kind of a cool award, though.
It is cool, but there's like always like some kind of a secret award by the end of it.
Right.
We just kind of figure out what that's going to be by the
what that's going to be. Yeah, no, that was cool though. I like that.
So yeah, congrats to everybody for on your wins, and thank you to everybody for participating. We did have a lot of participants. We've got
won.
Yeah, congrats to Random for winning your emulation category made just for you, but congrats. Hopefully we get some more emulation entrants next time, because that would be
who knows,
it's a good idea.
Next time I'll actually go on homebrew category. I mean hardware category.
Yeah, then we'll have nobody. It'll just be Sam on his own, I guess, maybe.
Poor Sam.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was our community challenge, and look forward. The end of this month, we'll announce what the May one will be. That'll be fun.
It'll be sweet. I'm sure it'll be great.
So moving on, we do have some news about our everybody's favorite game, Princess Crown. EAD Master is still working on his version of the translation patch, forked off of Cyber Warrior X and Sam I Am's work from many years ago, and he has a 1.0 release for this patch, but with a caveat.
It's RC2, right? Release 2.
There's RC. Yeah, they're 1.0 RC, which means release candidate. So he's not sure whether they are totally ready to go. He did have an RC1, and then like a week or two later, he did an RC2, which was the most recent one at the time I wrote this story last week. This week, he did put out an RC3. So we'll see if that ends up being the final one, or if he's got another one coming up. Either way, any of these RC versions are all pretty good.
Yeah, but I just want to
from beginning to end, basically.
Yeah, I just want to read a lot of other publications were putting out as this was the final patch. It's got a final version, and I mean, of course, they would do that. I mean, it wouldn't be classic internet journalism if they had headlines, didn't read the articles or any of the info on that. So classic.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, these are not. It is not a finished patch. It's very close, and if you did want to play it now, you'd be able to play it top to bottom, beginning to end, and you'd probably still have a pretty good experience.
Yeah, I had to correct. I actually had to correct Jeet in this level thought it was a release too because of all the articles, and I corrected no, it's just a release candidate. A lot of people are just reporting on it because
I wish more people would read our stories.
Right.
Yeah, read our stories. It's not a release candidate, guys. Please
version.
Read.
If folks are gonna play it, definitely try the EX version, which has like the transparencies and the widescreen hack.
It's kind of kick ass.
If you want to just play it like with the English, but you just want it to be as original of an experience as possible, then there's like a stock vanilla version that he released, which is just basically the text. But yeah, the EX version has like the transparency, which is really helpful so that you can see the artwork behind the text box. Because otherwise, there are places in the game where it like literally covers most of the what's going on, artwork.
Yeah, it's a nice quality of life thing that Paul.
It is.
contributed to the project.
It kind of seems like a race, though, to get it out first, which is why I think they kind of jumped the gun with the release candidate thing, and then now it's almost like version 1.001111213, so it's just a release but again, I know that Cyber Warrior and Sam I Am are still working on theirs. Theirs will be out at some point. It'll be very interesting to see how the two stack up together, And I know that they have plans too, to do different things. It's not all going to be the same. So still, it'll be,
we could have more than one fan translation patch, boys.
But definitely, I still would, anybody who's interested in Saturn and this game should go, check this out for sure.
Yeah, because I really like a lot of the changes, especially with Paul Metz stuff. That is really actually pretty awesome. But I'm also, I think we're all fanboys of Paul Metz here, so I think
I like the font, for what it provides. It does kind of allow you to get more characters on there, but it also seems a little squished, which I think there may just be nothing you can do about that. You gotta. I know that these folks who do these patches have to make concessions, and they kind of have to find a sweet spot between, different sides of it. So it does kind of some of the characters look a little pixelated in a certain way, or squished. So as far as uniformity between characters, it's a tiny little gripe that I have, but I think that all in all, what it provides is better kerning, and better formatting, so it's probably worth it going with that thinner font.
But
that was their solution to the problem, so it worked.
It works.
Yep. So I'm really excited to give this a shot. I've been playing a little bit. I really enjoyed what I played of it, and I'm sure that they also have Sam I Am and Cyber Warrior X that's still hacking away at theirs, and I'm excited to play theirs too. I think we had a lot. We're very spoiled in the Saturn community today. We just have so much stuff and so many fan translations and homebrew projects. So I'm all excited for it. We got so much down the pipeline. It is nuts.
I would say we kind of saw the same thing in a way with the
Symphony?
Castlevania. Yeah, where three different people were working on it, and ultimately in the end you kind of got an ultimate version, and which I think at this point I think I only have one version on my satiator, and it's what the ultimate, what the latest greatest was, but but again, it's nice to have options for sure.
Sure. Okay, so that wraps it up for last week's news. Now we're moving into the news for this week. Since we didn't. Yeah.
Sorry.
And
oh no, I'm not saying that. My internet is being really, really bad right now, or our site is very, very down because I cannot.
It's up for me.
It's not. Yeah, it's working for me.
All right,
internet might just be fighting you. Hopefully, we're still live because we're
still
doing
live.
The show through you. Pat.
Okay, that was weird. It just decided didn't want to load. We did Game Expo. We talked about that. Fun time. Go watch that live stream. A lot of cool guests. A lot of fun stories. Go watch that one. But ST Titan splits off from the Saturn Mr. Core. So, Dan, can you inform us about the happenings on this?
Yeah. And really, I should have written about this weeks ago, but it's hard keeping up with everything and finding time to write about everything. So I finally, almost 2 months after the last one, wrote about the Mister again. And the big news in that time, since the last time I wrote a story, is that the STV Titan arcade version of the Saturn functionality has been split off of the base Saturn core for the Mister. So what that means is now you are downloading a separate core for the STV Titan. It is not in Update All yet. It's not part of the main branch of Mister. So you do have to go onto the Mister Discord server, into the Unstable Nightlies channel, and download the RBF files.
Make sure to get the unstable core too, or else it won't work.
Yeah, but with the STV core, there's some more steps to it because it is technically an arcade platform, and arcade games work a little differently with the Mister than console things do. And I do have the rundown of what all you have to do in my story on SegaSaturnShiro.com. Essentially, there are these files called MRA files. And each MRA file corresponds to an arcade game you could play on a particular arcade platform. And so instead of like starting up the core itself and then choosing a game file, and you have to have the game file on your SD card for your MiSTer, but you also need the MRA file. And so instead of selecting the game file itself, you're selecting the MRA file for the game. And my fuzzy understanding of what the MRA file is doing is that it is Birdie Bro explained it to me on the MiSTer Discord server. He said that the MRA files describe to the main MiSTer binary how to load the ROM parts into RAM and various other things. He says because the MAME format, which is what this is based off of, is usually a zip file for the arcade game, and a bunch of files inside representing each of the different mask ROMs on the board are in there.
Yeah,
so
that's how it works.
Okay, so the MRA file kind of just tells the MiSTer how to organize all this stuff, all this data.
and the thing from the consumer end, the worst thing, the only thing that's really changing is that you're going to be loading, instead of loading the core, you're loading the games as the core. So instead of doing, it's probably going to be organized once the update all is just in the arcade core. So instead of going to the Saturn core, loading up the thing and loading up the ROM, you're just going to go to the arcade section, go down to Cotton 2 or Cotton Boomerang or Radiant Silver Gun, a Groove On Fight, which honestly I kind of like. I'm surprised they didn't do that in the first place. I see why they did it. But I kind of like it because it keeps it organized with the arcade core, so you don't have to look in two separate places to do the arcade games. It's all, if you want arcade, go there.
Yeah, it sort of streamlines things a little bit. It also frees up some of the space in the base Saturn core, which was practically full because the MiSTer FPGA can only hold so much data. It only has so many transistors that you can use to emulate a specific piece of hardware. So they were pretty much at the limit with the Saturn core. So, and there are some specific things to the STV Titan that had to be emulated, different kind of weird edge cases. I guess the Batman Forever game has its own unique soundboard in the arcade version. So they had to emulate that.
That's not surprising.
To get that working. And of course they needed some like special code for mapping buttons for the arcade versions.
So that's the two buttons for Radiant Silver Gun.
I think that was for they had like licensed like music or samples for that from the movie. That they had to have that soundboard, I believe. They had to fit
Seal into the game code. Seal just was taking up too much of the memory. So
not that the Saturn couldn't do samples, but because the Saturn can use CDDA. You know, Saturn can use disc for that, and then the STV whenever it wants to do anything that's like more like licensed music, kind of it would need like a special board for that.
Yeah,
can we get any shouts out to Seal in the chat?
Right.
Get a Seal emote in the chat.
So in the last couple months, there were also a lot of bug fixes made to the base Saturn core. So
that's all I know about Batman Forever is that Seal has that song in it.
He does, yeah. So there is a reason to download the Saturn core from Unstable Nightlies that has been getting some attention from the developer SRG320 as well. So some good updates. Honestly, they're very close to getting everything perfect on the MiSTer. I've played a number of games on there and they work great. I tried out Cotton 2 in the arcade version, which was neat. Although it's a little disappointing that like they don't have any of the story segments in the arcade version. I guess it kind of makes sense because in the arcade you just want to like fly through the game. But it's interesting because I didn't realize that they had added the story segments for the home version. And of course, the home version also has, the options menu with difficulty changes and that sort of thing. You can unlock different playable characters, play as Appley. And they don't have that in the arcade version. It's a little more straightforward. So, yeah, it's kind of neat to see the differences that the arcade versions have, even though on the surface, the STV Titan is almost the same hardware as the Saturn. So you'd think, well, why play those versions when you have the Saturn versions? Well, it's kind of neat to see what they did different. And like Radiant Silver Gun is very different in how it plays.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I've fallen down on answering questions in the chat. Sega Retrop View was wanting to know about Solo Crisis. Has anybody reached level 14? I have not. And Solo Crisis, I think it's an amazing game. Definitely high profile game in Japan. Would love a translation of it. I haven't gotten that far, probably level 5 or 6. But that said, and Panda was asking about it too. Awesome game. I would love. It's on my top of my bucket list for like games I'd love to see a translation for. But anyway, sorry.
Maybe one day.
There have been a few other questions. There've been a few other questions that But
yeah, well, any other questions? I know we're kind of flying through because we have 2 weeks worth of news.
Because we got so much. We're doing okay though. We're at 4:10 right now, so we got a few more,
30
couple
20
more
minutes.
articles. Oh God, never mind. We got a lot more articles.
Five more articles.
Grid Runner. Gosh, Peter wrote. Oh wait, no, this was an Under the Microscope.
Peter.
Morbo Bales.
Peter started writing those. He's a hacker now.
No, yeah, but you got his posts, and then you got the Best of Saturn, and I kind of get them confused sometimes when I'm looking at. Anyway, more cheats. Grid Runner, awesome game, party game, 2-player, I think, and bots. I think it's like 4 players, but it's like 2 players and 2 bots. It's kind of like a capture the flag game. Really fun. Highly recommend.
Game, Bo found a whole bunch of for this one.
Ton of cheat codes here. Credit heads, get all flags, free for all. There's like a grid racer.
For a second, I thought it said ice mode, said Iceman, and I was like, oh man, R.I.P. Iceman.
Oh yeah, ice mode.
Racer unlocks like a different
R.I.P. Val Kilmer.
Yeah, no recapture.
No, Val Kilmer's Goose or was the Iceman? I can't remember.
Is Iceman.
Okay.
Anyway, Grid Racer Plus code lets you pick 3 original Grid Racer stages in addition to the 3 unlocked previously. I gotta try this because I gotta say, like, Grid Runner is like kind of a dark horse. It's an underappreciated Saturn game. Not a lot of folks talk about it. Really good game. Highly recommend.
Monthly challenge time.
Yeah, it's fun. It could be. I don't know. How would you? I don't know.
Yeah,
Double Dime could look into it, but maybe. But definitely a fun game. Folks should definitely go check it out and check out these cheats from Bo. So thanks again, Bo.
Thanks for the cheats, Bo.
Sorry we waited 2 weeks to talk about them.
No, we haven't waited
this
a
one
year.
is just from a couple days ago.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
It was the other game.
We're just playing catch up. And that's what Double Dime makes a good point. It's not a Saturn exclusive, and our community challenge focuses on Saturn exclusives.
Okay.
So it is. Yeah, it's one of those games that's a lot of fun. Definitely not a Saturn exclusive, but fun nonetheless. Yeah. There was another one like that was kind of a PlayStation, and I can't remember what it was. It's like the rotating. Never mind. Anyway,
Money Puzzle Ouija should be up for the Saturn competition. That'd be fun.
That was a Saturn exclusive, right?
Yeah, technically it was arcade, but I mean,
I don't know. All right, who wants to take Wipeout? Wipeout.
You want to be our Dreamcast correspondent this week, Pat?
I'll be doing some wiping.
Okay, this is from our other newest Shiro member, Gregory Rasputin, wrote the story. So thank you for writing this one, Greg.
Thank you. Yeah, Gregory and Double Dimes and stepping up, especially Gregory with those two articles. Thank you again, Gregory and Double Dime. Really, really appreciate it. It actually took a bunch of load off of us, so thank you.
Yeah, it was helpful. And it got the information out to everybody. So tell us about Wipeout.
All right, so the original Wipeout is sped onto the Dreamcast that has a fan-developed port of for the Sega 6th generation console. I don't know, that was a weird sentence. Here's the first release developed. J. Martin 84 said on the project GitHub just over 2 weeks ago after the initial release of the port. It features complete 100% 60 FPS, music sound, VMU save loading, and settings in high score block. Titled Wipeout Rewritten Port for Dreamcast. The conversion of the 1995 may or may not have been based off the source code of the PC version that was leaked in 2022. So we're getting a little bit unethical in here, but I mean, sometimes being a little bit unethical is a good thing. I mean,
what you have to do.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that have been very unethical in the past that got good stuff happening. So anyways, the 2.0 beta version of the port was released yesterday. And
yesterday when the story was written.
Yeah, yesterday was
2 days ago.
Yeah, so yesterday on my birthday, so
on the 8th.
So the 8th of April, 2025. For those that are listening in the future, hi future people. Hopefully the world hasn't exploded yet. If it has, save me a spot in the lineup for Mad Max. Anyways, so this is available as a self-booting CDI image for the original hardware via Burn CD or ODE. Hopefully maybe you could do the Dreamcast, was it GCI format, I think it is?
GDI.
GDI, yeah, the GDI format. Hopefully that could be released soon once it's all sorted.
So right now it's just CDI, like disc juggler.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. So, but it's still playable on the regular Dreamcast as well for the CD burns or just the ODEs. So it's just max compatibility. So I don't really blame them for that.
I don't think it would make a difference though. If it wasn't more than a gigadisc, you know, like I don't think that it would make a difference whether it was CDI or GDI. Usually with Dreamcast games, if they make it a CDI, sometimes they have to like cut content. But I mean, this game wouldn't have been that big, I think, of a game, so it probably wouldn't matter. But yeah, keep going.
Because technically, yeah, it was just meant to fit on a CD, so I don't think really the GDI would be benefits.
Wouldn't be
sorry about that first sentence, Pat. It was supposed to say Sega's 6th generation console. I just fixed it live. So there you go.
Wait, is that okay? So that wasn't me derping out. Okay.
No, that wasn't you.
That was a typo.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure my brain didn't break. I've been having a really weird week of forgetting stuff, so just making sure I'm not crazy. Panda commented, the above comments were in reference to the Pat's Pat's talking about unethical stuff, so make sure you know I'm not crazy. Don't worry, Panda. We already know you're crazy, but you're the fun crazy, so. But yeah, as you can see from the video from Sega Guys, shouts out Sega Guys, much love. It is praying. It's praying. I'm gonna be praying soon. Playing pretty damn soon.
Yeah.
Playing pretty damn good. Sorry, my brain is like busted today. I am sorry. Oh my
wires
god.
Are crossed.
Look,
my brain is malfunctioning today.
Pat is also crazy, but the fun way.
And the bad way. But anyways, yeah, we broke the Pat. But yeah, as you can see, it's playing pretty smoothly. There we go. I said it right the 12th time in a row. But yeah, it looks really, really good. I really like it. It looks really pretty, at least from comparison to PS1. It looks pretty damn good.
It's about as good as it gets. Like, it really is just as good as I've ever seen it. And it runs so fast.
And and absolutely check out the Sega Guys video. They checked this out a few days ago. Watch
and
that
Mel,
one. We haven't embedded in our story.
Mel, Sega Lord X did a good video on it too. But I mean, if you rather watch the movie than read the book, definitely check out these videos. They're great. Kind of wonder though, like if it was based on the ATI Rage, like PC version, what would be the possibility of porting this to GameCube? Because didn't the GameCube have an ATI graphics in it?
But I don't think the Dreamcast had an ATI graphics in it.
Well, the Dreamcast had freaking, what was it? Well, it had an SH4, and then it had the
Power VR or whatever.
Power VR, NEC Power VR. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're right. It was Power PC based. So I don't know, like, but I mean, again, if it was ATI code, kind of just makes me wonder if they. You did have some Sega games crossover, like on GameCube and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, quite a few.
Anna said port it to Saturn. I mean, technically, it was that gen. So I mean, if you downgrade it a bit, you probably could get it to go.
Yeah, it might run better.
Wait a second. Didn't they already do that? Or you just
they did. I'm dumb. Ignore me. Sorry.
Do it better.
Sorry, ignore me. I forgot that was actually on. I forget because isn't it like it's not North America? No, there's a North American version, right?
You never know. Maybe somebody could do it better. Like Tantalus did it, right? For the Saturn, Perfect Entertainment and Tantalus. But I mean, I think maybe somebody could port it better. But
on the Saturn, Wipeout has sort of like an inconsistent 20 frames per second.
Right.
So you know, and no transparencies. For
no
what
transparencies.
So yeah.
I like it. I like controlling it on Saturn better because the Saturn pad feels better than the original PS1
well,
pad.
You can just fix that just by getting the Saturn thing for the Dreamcast.
Oh yeah, that's true too. But yeah, no, this is phenomenal on Dreamcast, and it should go on everybody's ODEs or whatnot, or burned CDs.
Put it on the drive.
Next, we have this week's Best of Saturn feature from Peter about Druid Pursuer of Darkness. I've never heard of this game before.
Druid.
Now.
Wow. It's like a
talk
Diablo,
about this one too, Jay?
Diablo lookalike. I can. Druid.
Druid
Pursuer
now.
of
Do
Darkness.
it now. Get down.
He says it looks like Ultima.
Do it now.
Is a mid 1998 Koei port of a British I'll say it's a port of a British 1995 MS-DOS Ultima-like game. I'm with you, Dan. Not one that I.
An English script exists for this game on PC.
Interesting. Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, it looks like the menus too are somewhat in English. You got exit, HP, MP. You got some. So in the land of Navin, 4 master druids keep peace in the land, but one of them has disappeared. You take control of an unnamed warrior and are tasked with finding the missing druid. A blend of action, puzzle, and very light RPG elements. The game takes players through searches, riddles to solve, elements to combine to create new items, and button mashing hack and slash shenanigans.
Kind of reminds you of Fallout.
It's kind of isometric, Ultima Diablo kind of thing going on here. The game has decidedly dark and brown color to it. A very 16-bit soundtrack. Not surprised there, since it was like a 95 PC game. They started doing that on the PC. Everything was like turd brown. It's a fun game if you can handle. Yeah, it's a fun game if you can handle the language barrier, which I don't know. I might be able to at this point. Like
Dave is ramped up this stuff. Can you read it?
The font is pretty easy. Yeah, like Ami de to Shiro. Amire to.
Not sure what white amulet.
Yeah. White amulet. Okay, right. Amulet. White amulet. And then this one is
amulet.
Power. Okay. Supaya. I don't know what that is.
You got there. You got there eventually.
Yeah, I'll get there. I would be stumbling through this, but yeah, you could. Cool. Another game I've never really paid any attention to. And again, it's probably one of those games where on any list, you don't get the druid. You instead get like the katakana, and it just didn't make any sense to me, so I probably like scrolled past it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just saw it was a Koei game and I was like not interested.
Yeah, Dave has a really big hatred for Koei.
I have opinions about Koei. Well, no, they do a lot of war simulations. That's kind of like their bag. But every once in a while they surprise you with something that's kind of like out of left field, like a port of this kind of thing. So it might be worth looking into.
Eating on Dynasty Wars, my
Panda
friend.
said. I think I agree. I've got one more that I've got to put on the satiator. I've got like 12 gigs free, so I'm saving some of that for the competition.
As you should.
But as I should, right? But no, that's cool. So thanks to Peter for writing this.
Thanks Peter for another new game.
I heard from Peter recently that he had some PC issues and one of his drives crashed and he lost like a ton of his work that had been archived. But I mean, so we need to get on like downloading everything from the Shiro site so it's all backed up somewhere. Because I think as it is right now, all of his Best of Saturns are technically saved here, like on our site. We just have to like
it's all on the site or on Facebook.
Right. But I don't know. He had everything on a drive and it crashed and then he just lost everything. Jeez. Unless he wants to go to some, I don't know, FBI data recovery.
We'll crack the drive.
All right. Oh my God, Frog Bowl.
To be honest, though, the way
I feel bad that Frog Bowl had to leave the chat because now we're talking about his game.
Yeah. To be fair, though, like we could talk. I mean, we probably could recover it. I mean, if it's hasn't been that long, it's probably backed up somewhere on that drive.
That's true. There's probably some way to
send it to me, Peter. I'll do some analysis.
So yeah, Frog Bowl has recreated Shenmue's Forklift race on the Sega Saturn, and he, as he always does, puts out some footage on YouTube of it. And yeah, it looks very playable, looks very Saturn, and he kind of pulled it off. We have another story written by Gregory Rasputin. Thank you for that. So yeah, he just put this out a couple of days ago. Of course, it's not playable by the general public, at least not yet. Although it kind of sounds like he's angling toward maybe making it playable for everyone. Some of the comments I've seen him say, like on Discord or whatever, he's just trying to like iron some things out. But because
he submitted something to the competition that was Shenmue related, but it was like something else, right?
We don't know yet.
Don't know.
Did he not? I thought I saw
he
that
did too.
on...
He did the PlayStation versus Segata, and he did something else with VBT.
Well, when I clicked on Dan's most recent story, and then I clicked on the 30th anniversary, I thought that I saw an entry, but I could be wrong.
Anyway, it does look very playable. You race against some computers. It's timing you. It tells you what place you got at the end of it. It's got the music, I believe, doesn't it? So
yeah, it's playing right now.
He uploaded it. He uploaded it to the competition.
Oh, okay. Is that supposed to be a secret one though?
I mean, it's right here on the public.
Give away the secret one?
No, it's literally right here on the thread, on the public thread.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, it's literally right here on the public thread.
Never mind then.
Clicked the
Okay,
link
it's
in
out.
Dan's
Yep.
article. I know nothing, Dan. I just clicked the link in your article and it took me to the public thread. So
okay, well I guess it's a competition, so I guess it's a secret.
I don't know why Emerald Nova had put it down as a secret entry initially. Then
maybe he was like
pretty public about this.
I have no idea. It's a secret though. We also have another secret one that we're not gonna be able to show yet, but.
Yeah. See, I didn't know it was a secret because I
didn't know
either.
He showed it today, so. And I asked in the thread, like in Twitter, I was like, "Cool, is this competition?" And he was like doing a smiley face and was excited.
Well,
so
he's in a different time zone, so maybe it was just a secret several hours ago, and now it's not. I don't know.
He did post it in there.
It looks super awesome. It looks super great. I'm kind of curious. Like, I want to get. He's gone now, so I can't ask him. But I'm curious, like, what tools he's using. What is he using? Joe Engine? Is he just using his own code? It's interesting. It does definitely.
Sure.
I mean, he captured the like the Shenmue Saturn Dream. The Shenmue on Saturn vibes like really well here. And the control looks about as what I remember from the
little glimpse of what could have been.
Exactly.
Trekkie said he believes he's using the XL2 Sonic Z stream code as a base.
Oh,
yeah, he has talked about using XL2's stuff before, like with XL2's permission. For some of his other Crash Bandicoot and Metal Gear Solid demos, that sort of thing.
I swear we got to get all that stuff, all that brain, all of that. What do you call it? The collective information. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Get all of that documented and added on to like the Saturn Ring library, like all that stuff that XL2 has done, and so that folks can like work on top of that, Yeah, because he did some amazing stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trekkies, I think they actually did. Shadow Master did a few of our shows on Citipack discs.
Yeah, he did do some of ours for a while there, and I think he just kind of got to be too much for him. He got too busy to keep up with it.
Yeah,
I was even linking to those.
That was not a sustainable project. But folks can do it themselves now. Folks can do it themselves now if they want, because good old Trekkies released us an official, Cinepack Saturn disc program where you can take like 45 minutes of
film tools. Well, and Cinepack movie disc.
I think it's like 45 minutes if you want to write it to a CDR, and like an hour and a half or something if you want to just put it on an ODE.
Yeah,
so that's pretty.
A way bigger file on ODE.
I might have to do that for the. I might have to do it for the Shiro show. Just now, like as part of the project of editing them, I just put it on a disc thing.
My gosh, but hosting 1.3 gigabytes every week. That's gonna get.
We need to get like two 1 terabyte like Google storage, like the 10 terabyte ones, be able to store that. That's a hefty ask.
I could see Panda doing that, for his videos. But then again, his videos clock in at like 4 hours, so you're gonna need like 3 of those files.
Well, I think Shadowmass did do the 4 hour.
He did
video. Yeah.
Using an older version of the tool, I think too. But this is the shiny new version.
Well, look, guys, we're at about the end of our time for the show. Our last story was just about all the entries. The deadline for the Sega Saturn game competition was earlier today, and they got 25 entries across the 3 categories. So, we can talk about this a little more next week. Maybe we'll try to do some stories.
We'll go more to it next week, and we'll actually do some more in-depth things. So we're gonna
looking at some of the entries.
Because it's game competition season right now. I mean, it's going to be like this whole month and next is going to be game competition season. So we're going to be talking about it for sure.
Yeah, because
we'll be streaming stuff, boys.
Winners will be announced May 11th, a month from today, for the 30th anniversary of the release of the Sega Saturn in North America, the 30th birthday. So that'll be cool. So yeah, we can talk about that a little more next week.
I know that I know you did mention that kind of like the number of original games is down from last year for whatever reason, you know.
Hacks, patches, and translations is also down. Yeah. Utilities is up by a couple.
Utilities up, and that's a good point right there. Is like with utilities up, hopefully that will maybe help and inspire more entries in the year or 2 years to come. Yeah,
didn't get entered this year.
Yeah,
I don't know what's up with that.
To be fair, though, a lot of the original games are really high quality, though, from what I've been seeing.
They do look good.
Like, even though it's just smaller, I'd rather have that than a couple little games. Not to rag on anybody's entries, of course.
Having talked to Seven Shades, like, I know he's a perfectionist, and I know that he has grand ambitions for Cube Cat. And he's already entered it like what, 2 or 3 times, two or three different iterations. So I think at this point you can see that he's involved here on the Saturn Ring Library, and I think that maybe some of the work there will inform some of the work that he's doing behind the scenes on Cube Cat, and maybe the next time we see Cube Cat, it'll like blow us away in some new way. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I did have a question for Trekkies though. Was Soccer Wars not Soccer Wars 2? You guys weren't ready to submit that? Like, I mean, I can't speak on that from what I've seen with you guys. I think you guys are like pretty much ready to go, right? Not to break that, but let me know,
surprised
Trekkies.
that didn't make the
we're just saying we're kind of surprised, but I understand if you guys didn't want to do that. It's not a big deal. Still play testing. Okay, that's understandable. No worries.
Yeah, and again,
everyone will be excited to play it when it's out.
Yeah, no
with
worries.
Saturn Ring Library, entering now and then seeing what Emerald does, we'll see what happens over the next year. Who knows, how many games next year will be based on Saturn Ring Library. It'll be kind of interesting to see. And all I meant was like the brain trust, basically. It's like all of the work that's been done by smart people like Ponut and with the slide hop, and there's a lot of physics stuff there going on, right? And it's like if all of that was added to kind of like an open source repository that people could borrow from, they could get new projects up and running faster by standing on the shoulder of giants, essentially, instead of having to like reinvent the wheel, like there's just so much work that was done. And I know XL2 is not interested for multiple reasons, just being busy and everything like that. He's kind of out of it now, but I mean, to pass that on as like open source information that other people can run with and maybe even embed it into Saturn Ring Library, I think would be amazing. That's personally what I would like to see. Most of Ray says most of our code is unreadable even by us, and we wrote it. That's funny.
Yeah, no worries, Trekkies. I'm excited for it regardlessly, so it's going to be amazing. Definitely. I know it is. I love it.
Soccer Wars 2 is 40 plus hours, way longer than the 10 to 15 hours of the first.
Yeah, that game is nuts long.
Yeah,
because it has all those characters on top of it, so you get not only do you have like the regular path of the game, but you also have the waifus and different ones you have to like get like.
It's true.
So there's a lot of paths in that
so
game.
Much. Yeah.
Big sack.
Shouts to our $10 and up VIP and all access patrons. We've got A Murder of Crows, Cerulean, Chris Piper, Daniel Fredrickson, Derek Pasquarella, A-Team. Go check out his new translation. Dreamcast, awesome game. Emerald Nova, Evo42, Fat Drunk Friend Otaku, Gem Clash or Rank, Johannes Fetz, Mr. Joe Engine. We got Lion Wing Publishing, Memphis, Normal Guy, Nutrageous, Orlando Guy, Paul Joseph Bort.
A lot of guys
here with us in the chat. We got Robert Ramsey, Rowan Dink, Sega Steve, Mr. Sega, doing wheeling and dealing and trades with standees and stuff. So shouts to Sega Steve. Stone Man, the Sega guys, go check out their videos. Awesome content. And Young Money Sui. All of you guys are amazing. Thanks so much for supporting us and keeping
appreciate it.
Yeah, keeping the ball rolling, and we appreciate everybody that contributes any amount. We love you guys, and you'll see your names in the credits on the show. And anybody who can't afford to support us financially, you still can support us just in terms of being a member of our community. Shiro is first and foremost a community, and we're just trying to get it bigger all the time.
We're trying to live our life, boys.
living our life and sharing love for the Saturn.
Whole lot of love.
Super thanks to everybody in the development community, the patching, translating, developing, and tool writing community. We love all you guys. Thanks so much for making cool stuff happen so that we can report on it every week.
Absolutely, and enjoy it. Keep the Saturn alive.
Absolutely. Keep the Saturn alive for future generations, and it doesn't have to be the end of just because of the retail library reached an end. Who knows what we'll get.
Yeah, I mean, all these original game developers are adding to the Saturn library and giving us new games to play. So it's really cool.
In big ways. Yep.
But
thanks again, to Bo. Thanks, Frog Bowl. Thanks, everybody. Trekkies. All you guys.
Stay tuned for the stream. We're going to do some homebrew games for a little bit.
Don't go
I have to work out when my arms ripped off.
Pat's going to play some games.
I'm going to be playing some stuff, so stay tuned.
The Madness
Dave and I are out, though.
I'm out. You're going to do Micro Motor Mayhem?
Micro Motor Mayhem, and I'll probably see what else I can squeeze in before I have to go and get my arms literally ripped off out of their sockets.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Let's let that happen.
Sounds good. Okay, cool. Till next time, Saturn Dave, Danthrax, and Trinico reminding you that you must play Saturn
or die.
Play Sega Saturn. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
For it, I don't know.
Are we live right now?
Yes, we are. We're on the game stream.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it in chat, in DMs or whatever.
Yeah. Sure. I'm just bringing it up. We should probably plan something.
For sure. Okay. Cool.
All right.
See ya. Have fun playing games.
Yep.
Oh, you doing the Mister?
I'm gonna be watching and eating.
Okay. Cool. See ya.
Okay, cool. All right, we're back, guys. This is gonna be cut, so it doesn't matter. What the heck? Save data copier. I don't want to do save data copier. Exit the satiator. Yeah, that was weird. Okay, yeah. So yeah, no. Welcome, guys, to the game stream. Hopefully, you guys can hear me now. Oh, why? Yeah, are we good? We good now? Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. This is weird. So anyways, I had to reset the menu cache. So I'm going to do the Sega Saturn 30th Anniversary Collection. Let's see. Oops, I think I might have hit the wrong one. No, that's it. Original games. Okay. Going to Micro Motor Mayhem. Save slot for that. So we had some good games. Micro Motor Mayhem by Jay Beretta. I'm pretty excited for this one. We're going to play this one a little bit and see if we have time for the forklift racing. We'll see, because I kind of want to try that one out, and I know we have that game now. Yeah, we're good. Sorry about that, homies. Patrick just being very silly today. There we go. We got some rockin' tunes. Ooh. Hopefully that's not too loud. If you guys need me to turn it down or up, I can. Let's turn up a little bit. There we go. Okay, I guess let's do single race. Alrighty, let's see. What should we drive today? I like that one. We're gonna make it pink. And we're gonna make the logo red. There we go. Shiro colors. There we go. Press start. I don't know how to accelerate. Let's start at breakfast. I want to have some breakfast. What do you guys think? Get some breakfast going on. Also, I don't know how to accelerate, so. Okay, it's B to accelerate. Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is nuts. The little horn. Oh, they shrunk me, that's why. Okay, that's really... Oh, dang. This soundtrack is rocking. Hopefully this isn't DMCA'd or else I'm screwed. Oh, I am like schmoozing across the field right now. Look at that, dude. I'm in second place. Wait, what? What just happened? Oh, did I fall off the edge or something like that? Breakfast at 2 a.m. Hell yeah. Call it English breakfast. Oh, those are like the upgrades that make me go fast. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. Bro, this is some intense racing. I lost pretty badly. But it's not my fault that I, like, got, like, speed and just teleported across the map. Oh, that's reverse. Okay, I think the brake is... There we go. Okay, got bad percent. That's cool. Wait, okay. Okay. Second race, let's go. Let's go, okay. Here we go, boys and girls. Oh, God. How do you use the... Oh, okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay, there we go. I got a little... Change the camera angle a little bit here. It's kind of cool. I like kind of like this overhead view. I use my items. View. Okay, it's just a proxy thing. Oh, Jesus. We're just schmoozing, bouncing across the walls. At least this one we can't fall off the edge, so I guess it's kind of good. We just gotta cut off the cop car. We resume. Oh, did we just kill the cop car? I think we just sent him to sent him into the void. I do not condone whatever that was. Yeah, we just sent him. Okay, he's good. Never mind, he's safe. Watch out. Watch out. Road expert. You know me, all about these Central Eastern European roads. Oh, God dang. Ah! Oh, gosh. It's kind of cool. Doom, doom, do, do, do. Oh, wow, that's cool drifting mechanic. Maybe I need to take advantage. Oh, I messed up. Oh, gosh. Well, at least they fixed it. They have some cool rubber banding, at least, with it. There we go, I'm gonna drift around the corners a little bit. This is definitely one I need to practice up, and my racing skills are not the best. As you guys can tell, I'm just like an expert racer at these kart games. Like, look how good I am. Right around the corner. Oh, never mind. Weesh. We'll catch up to him eventually, I think. We got it. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. They put a rocket on my car. Ah! Alrighty. Wow, this is intense. Go around the corner a little bit. Okay, can we at least get third place? Nope. We got lost place. Take that. Okay then, in last place. We're gonna bring it back, guys, in this one for sure. This one will be the comeback. Oh, okay. That cop car just like flew into the void. Someone watch that cop car. I'm kind of concerned. Oh gosh. The cop car is doing some wild stuff right now. I'm a bit sus. Oh, oops. Well, we're in second at least, so we're doing a little better in this one. To be fair though, this track also is pretty hard. Oh, God, the second time I did that. I have like no track awareness. Third time I did that. I have no track awareness. Vroom, vroom. Ah! I can't drift around the corner. Is there no brake in this? Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. I just have to slow down. Weesh. A much better Daytona rally. No, again, I did it like twice. Sweet, we found the hidden menu, boys. Oh gosh, right in the billiards pool. Oh no, not again. No. There we go. And turn right here.
I found this course to be like the hardest one because of those
the billiards cubes.
Yeah, like it's so hard to get around without
I'm
falling.
Flying across the map.
Too.
Yay, I did it. I did it. I didn't win, but whatever. It's still fun. Yay. Lol, this ain't Daytona. It definitely is. Sweet, we're in like a flower castle. That's cool. Oh gosh. Ah! Ow. This could be Daytona. Oh gosh. Oh no. Okay, that's cool. A little bit of course correction on that. Ah. See, we can catch up. It actually does kind of feel like a lost Saturn game, like a lost like machine, like a micro machine game. Did they give me a? Oh, okay. I guess if I want to race following the other dude, I can. That's kind of cool. You could look at their things while you're racing. Oh, I'm turned around. There we go. I was like, what's going on? Let's Hank at people. Hank. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. A lot of good potential in this game. I really like it a lot. I just need to get good at it. Legit. I still got a lap. Aw, man, I suck. Got a lap of this left. You do some El Drifto. I think it's just Jay Barretta that's doing this one. Yeah. Oh gosh. I'll finish the final lap eventually, guys. There we go, finally. Yay, I did it. Yay. Okay. Alright, we're back at breakfast. I'm gonna say just loops infinite. Maybe we'll see if we do better in this one. Whoa! Okay. Well, I'll take that as a no. Maybe the next round we can get good. We kind of just...
Yeah, a different track using the same like environment as the other track. there's like multiple tracks that use.
Oh, this is a different track. Okay.
Yeah, there are multiple. There's some environments have like multiple different tracks on them.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so he's kind of like he kind of reused some of his art assets a little bit, but made different tracks. So it makes sense.
That's kind of cool. I like the music too.
Yeah, the music is good. I don't know if he made it himself or where he got it from.
Oh, hopefully it's not copyrighted, or else we're gonna have a bad time on YouTube today. Okay, I guess I'm small again. Getting the shrink raise on me. Shoo. Pretty smooth too, like I don't think I've dipped frames like at all. Yay. Yay, did it. Yay. If I do one more and then we'll go move it to the forklift racer while we have time. Ow. Got some like Offspring sounding music going on here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, it is different. Yeah, there are different tracks. That's kind of cool. You know, I do have to iterate on what I said before. Yeah, while there's a less selection this year for the original games, there's a lot of content in these ones. Like, holy crap. I literally I probably could play this for like hours on end. It's that good. Like there's a lot of like, I mean, they have a full what's it called, visual novel in the competition with the Lost Days Chapter 0. There's a lot of really good stuff in this competition this year for sure. It's kind of nuts.
We have stuff that, you know, is kind of like a full game. And we haven't always had that in previous game competitions in previous years. And this year we have stuff that, you know, really kind of resembles full games. So even though there aren't as many entries, they are very fleshed out.
Exactly, and it'll give us more time to focus on like getting to the nitty gritty on some of these ones, which oh gosh, I almost got past them too. See, I'm getting better. I almost passed that dude. Ow. Rude. Oh no, dumb cop car knocked me off the side of the edge. Now I'm small again. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. I am excited. We're gonna do that kart racer next, or the Shenmue racer next after this. There we go. Oh no, I missed the box. No box for me. Alrighty, let's try the Shenmue racer real quick. There we go. Time to get some water too. I'm thirsty. Hell yeah. There we go. Nothing happened before that. Everything was legit. There was no leaks whatsoever.
And so Pat was never allowed to be a judge ever again.
It's pretty much. Sorry. No, I'll keep the VOD up. If anybody... I doubt people would go watch it anyways. It'll just be a treat for the people that stay for the stream for Shiro, so... Wait, how do I... I can't accelerate. Oh. How do you accelerate this thing? Oh, it's right trigger. Okay. Yeah, this is just Mr. Bone stream. How if... Oh gosh. I am... Man, can everyone just put L in the chat? I'm just like taking L's left and right today. Trans Am, how about this? I get the kit version of the Trans Am. I'll get a kit Trans Am. Was it 80? Was it 82? I think. Though it has to be version 1 kit with like the 2 monitors instead. Oh gosh. Dude, I am so good at this game. I'm just like the master of forking. Call me the Forkster. You know, my girlfriend might like this game actually. I think she'd actually really enjoy this one. Forklift racing, yeah. Okay, I got the head of this. Okay, now they're screwed. There we go. It's gotta drift this turn a bit, or I get stuck on the wall. That works too. Yeah, I'm more of a Skyline guy, to be honest with you. If I got a GTR Skyline, that'd be the dream. Let's make it happen. Donate to the chat so I can get a Skyline GTR. Yeah, everyone's 5 in this one. Yeah, I'm beating them now. Yeah, I'm winning. Suck it. Come on, there we go. We're getting it good, guys. No! I got stuck on the corner again. This game is like super intense. Like we are at maximum El Drifto now. Doo-doo. We're drifting it up now, boys. Okay, we're gonna pass him. I'm gonna do some Takumi shit right now. Deja vu, I just been in this place before, higher on the street. Oh no, he's gonna catch up to me, but I don't think he's gonna anyway. There we go. That's a nice El Drifto. Can we get El Drifto W's in the chat? Skyline chili. That actually sounds pretty delicious. Alrighty, we're gonna win on this lap, boys. I just know it. We got this. I'm gonna get the angle. Ow, no! How come they can phase through me, but I can't phase through them? That's some cheap ass BS right there. El Drifto. No, not stuck on the wall. No! Oh, come on! He can drift right through me! Come on, that's some BS right there. I can't lift the pallets up. Also, why do I have to hold down this button to get first person? I can't just like... I can't just get it. Okay. Is that it? Alright, we'll try that race again. Oh. Oh, okay, I see. It's a part of this part, I guess. That's kind of neat. Alright. Hey, this was in the demo, so... Isometric move it is. He has to play Mr. Bones. Okay, I'm not going to go any further. I'm just going to see if I can get back to the game from here. Kind of neat, though. Okay. I guess I can't get back to the racer from here. I still do a reset. Oh right, reset's broken. Silly Patrick, reset does not work anymore. Cat's breaking games. I mean, technically, that was my job for a little bit, so that works. Alrighty, let's see here. 30th anniversary. Games. Shenmue. I think it was 3. Yeah, let's see. We'll try one more time. Actually, that's a good point. He'd be the fastest one. Ask Frogbolt to add that in. So was this actually in the original Shenmue game? I've actually never beaten the game, so I'm not sure if they actually had a forklift race. I don't think Mr. Bones is forklift certified, unfortunately. No, he is not. Alrighty. Alrighty, let's go. Bro. So let me tell Frogbolt to patch this so I can phase through people like they can phase through me. There we go. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, I am stuck. There we go. Okay, I see. You can't phase through them directly, but you can do the corner thing, so that works. Right. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Deja vu, yeah. We're getting there. Here we go. We got the groove down. Here we go. Mr. Bones invented the forklift. They call him the Forkster.
You're so pro now.
I am. I might be able to get first.
Forklifting the hell out of this game.
It'll be a world first, the first person to get first place in Shenmue forklift racing. Well, not with that plate, but you know, maybe next time. Oh gosh. No. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh no.
Look what your hubris has done to you.
I got boosted.
For a minute, right into the wall.
I thought I had the groove, but I didn't. Okay, maybe I might be able to... Oh my gosh, I just bumped into him. Okay, I might be able to pull this off. Yeah, this might be the big speed. Big speed, big speed. Oh gosh. Gosh, okay. No, that was the wrong corner. The collision detection's like Patrick Die. Okay. We just gotta get ahead of the dude in front of us. You can get big speed here because this one has big wide turns. Okay, here we go. Last lap. Can we at least get second? Okay, if we can just squeeze through him. Oh, no. We almost had it. Dang, he brutally honest sometimes. I can't hear him. Oh wait, no, I heard him the hubris part, never mind. Okay, let's see, can we...
Haven't said anything in seconds.
Oh no. Gang 5? Come on, I was 3. I did decent. I did decent. Okay, I think that's about all the time I got for today. I have to go get ready for my arm destruction. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and remember, you must play Sega Saturn.